Welcome to Wanna Bet, the daily gambling game show that takes betting seriously, but not much else. Get our favorite plays on the totals, sides, props, exotics, and futures to jump on now.
So let's get it started with Jason and Ben. Let's get it started with Jason and Ben. Let's get it started with Jason and Ben. Subject som känner konsolbäppar kan så felina. Let's get it started with Jason and Ben. Let's get it started with Jason.
Hey there, welcome to Wanna Bet. I'm out of my basement and on the road. Road trip. We are between games at my son Mateo's baseball tournament. Lost the first one, but Sharky pitched his ass off. Did great. Gave him 4 innings. Nothing but ground balls. So onward and upward. We've got some Leonard Skinner in the background, which is never a bad thing. Give me 2 steps. If they were taking requests, I would have gone with that. We got Simple Kind of Man. I'm not sure what's going to be playing after that, but I do know we've got winning bets for you. Thank you for putting up with us a little bit of a different time than we normally go off. If you're new to the show, first, second, third down. 3 favorite bets that Ben and I have made since yesterday's show. 4th and long is really short. Ways to get you paid quickly. Sometimes it's 4th and long. Long shot bets, futures that are paid in the long term. Lately, it's been 4th and short. Overtime. It's football season. We got football parlays every effing day. We're also transparent. How'd it go yesterday, Beltway Ben? I gave you 2 great winners on the Bayern Munich match. We love that match. We had more winners in the Super Discord. And I got my ass kicked by Houston last night when the quarterback threw the overthrow interception in the first quarter. I knew I was cooked on that one. How was your Friday night, Beltway Ben?
Yeah, it was solid. We were up about a unit. Nafisa Collier, her points, she did not go over, and she also got hurt on a weird play, and now she might be out the rest of the series. So it's unfortunate for our future prop with the Lynx. But she has 15 points at halftime. I was basically checking that one off, and then she scores 2 points in the 4th quarter and completely screws us even before she got hurt. I mean, she got hurt with 40 seconds left on a breakaway layup or 30 seconds left, so she would have never went over as it was. But yeah, at halftime, when you have 15 points, you feel pretty good about, one of the best players in the WNBA. But that same game parlay with 3 rebounds and her 15 plus points cashed at plus 106 to basically even that one off. And then we had the first half over in the Arizona State game, Arizona State TCU. And after the first quarter, I was a little worried. There was only 7 points scored, and all of a sudden things opened up a little bit.
Everybody in the Super Discord could breathe a little easier. All our picks in real time, along with Eric Casilius, who entered to this week on a 15-0 college football run. There you go. You can get that QR code there. It'll tell you how to get in the Super Discord. Whenever we make a pick, we log it right there in real time. All right, Beltway Ben, first down. Where are we going?
Yeah, first down here. We're going to go to this Alabama game. I was going back and forth between taking them plus 3.5, buying that up to that, or just going with them on the money line. And ultimately, I decided to go with Bama on the money line. Didn't like what I saw from Georgia defensively in that matchup with Florida State. Tennessee.
Defense might not be your typical Kirby defense this year.
No, did not like what I saw from their defense there. And you can make the same argument for Alabama against Florida State if you want. That was earlier in the year. That was kind of a jump right at them. Nobody expected Florida State to be that good. Thomas Castellanos is a quarterback that just does random things and can make big plays, right? He can run. He can throw a little bit. Last night he didn't play that well, but he can do different things that will throw an Alabama defense off. Now, they didn't look good there ever since they've turned things around. They've looked like the football team we expect them to be. DeBoer, again, I've talked about it time and time again on the show. I mean, he's coaching for his job week by week, and it sounds crazy to think in year 2 that's the truth, but it is. I mean, everybody was calling for his head after that Florida State game. If you go to Georgia, to Athens, and beat them, I think that's a little bit of a statement after that ugly showing against Florida State. So I think Alabama wins this game outright, plus 120. Last year we saw, or I don't know if it was last. I think it was last year because Ryan Williams, Georgia was dominating. I was on Georgia, and all of a sudden Alabama storms back into it late. Ryan Williams catches like a prayer, and Georgia was able to end up holding them off. But Carson Beck also played in that game. This is different. Gunnar Stockton, who I don't think is a bad quarterback, I do lean Simpson as the better quarterback here. So I like Alabama on the money line at plus 120.
Yeah, I wanted to back Georgia here and couldn't do it, and I think Alabama wins this game. Can you hear the music now? Can you hear this or no?
Yeah, it's a little loud. I don't know if there's copyright issues here or whatever, but whatever.
You know this one though, right? You know this one.
I can't hear it that good. Hold on, let me. Yeah, it's only when you talk I can hear it. Start say.
Joe's going on vacation.
Oh yeah.
You know that. I know you don't know a lot of music, but
Well,
because
I
you
know a lot of my dad
baseball.
like will listen.
That band's called The Outfield, and I always hear it as somebody's walk-up music.
Yeah, that it's nothing I would ever put on to listen myself. It's because someone else has it on. Yeah, not me. Not my type of music. Not
Familiar.
someone else. Not me.
Yeah, it's a classic. We're going Air Force with a little parlay here. We're going to take the number down under 6, and we're going to have Air Force to score 28 points. They made a change at quarterback last week. This new kid who came in second half, 300 plus total yards, 3 touchdowns. The option game, I think, is taking off now. Their games are crazy: 62 points, 79 points, 80 points. I don't trust Hawaii's defense. You know, Hawaii allowed 40 to Arizona. I think the triple option serves us well here, and Air Force takes care of business. Got another academy school coming up. Second down, Beltway, Ben.
Yeah, second down here. We will go stick to college football, and I'm going to go with a money line parlay. South Carolina on the money line and Southern Miss on the money line, plus 126. Now we'll have another parlay in a little bit. I'm very high on the Southern Miss team. Now there's probably a little bit of bias there. Coach Huff, get along with very well. Coach Huff's a good guy. Has come on my radio show multiple times. Coach Marshall they didn't want to pay him. Okay, he goes to a team that was one of the worst teams in the conference last year, and he's already starting to turn things around there. Very good football coach. He was at Alabama with Loxley under Saban those years ago, and he was a top recruiter in the country. So he's going to turn things around at Southern Miss. And another important thing, like when you look at teams, what they brought back, Southern Miss brought back not much, but Southern Miss took Marshall's team, right? He took so many guys with him. So really, if you look at it, he is bringing a lot of guys back because they're playing in the same system. They're doing the same things. It's just at a different school. So I do think Southern Miss handles business today. Jacksonville State, everybody loved that story last year. They were exciting. They moved up to FBS. They were upsetting people. It's not going that way this year. Their defense is awful. Now, South Carolina, Beamer's got to figure it out. It was a fun start against Virginia Tech. That win gets worse by the day because Virginia Tech has already fired Pry. They're not very good. He needs to figure it out. And I'm a South Carolina hater a little bit just because Maryland fan. They have the recruiting rivalry, whatever you want to call it. They have to win here. You're facing Kentucky. In the SEC, there aren't many gimme games, and even Kentucky's not one, right? Kentucky's a pretty tough team so far this year, but I do think Sellers is a far better quarterback. He's an NFL prospect. He's got to show well, and he's healthy this week. I think South Carolina handles business and gets a must-win game here, plus 126 in the parlay.
I said Service Academy for me. We're going to Navy. Navy off a bye. I like it. Navy in September. I like it. Rice got him last year. I don't think that's going to happen again. Horvath could he go off for a couple weeks and get in the Heisman conversation? I don't know. It seems pretty open. He hasn't played his best football yet. I expect Navy to have made some defensive recalibrations here. We're not going to play it at the 14. We're taking it down to 13.5. Again, Navy this time of year tends to win games by 3 scores or more. Awful tough offense to defend. Third down, Beltway Ben.
Third down will go to NFL. Also, real quick, the Outfield is one of the greatest bands in the 80s, Ben. Listen, I said I know who they are. I've heard the music.
I wouldn't go that far. That's one of the best one-hit wonders of the 80s. There's no way in hell the Outfield's one of the best bands of the 80s. I gotta put the kibosh on that.
I don't have much say, but again, I know what they are. I don't care to listen to their music though. I'm a different human being, especially with music. I don't like a lot of stuff, especially that Jason likes. Different taste in music for myself.
You like the Minutemen. I think you like the Minutemen. You play a lot of Minutemen on our show.
I play what's in there. Listen, on the show we have a folder with the music. I don't go against it.
Like the Minutemen.
I don't
just
like
a minute.
the music in there.
On you.
Yeah.
have.
Yeah. All right. Third down.
It's happening in these
Hawkinson.
Bournemouth, get me another goal. Please tell me Bournemouth got me another goal. All right, third down.
I saw it was 1-1. I was wondering about that, but somebody in the chat, as soon as it happened, somebody in the chat will let us know because they did for the soccer last week. But I'm going TJ Hawkinson over 36.5 receiving yards. Steelers defense is not good against tight ends. That was all year last year. And then we move to this week. Now, if you look, like when we have there's a couple of people we have who we've already put on our Mount Rushmore. Hockenson is a guy that I played a lot, but it's 50-50. So he's not in the conversation yet. But we cash a few more weeks with him. And Barner's close. I mean, a 550 touchdown cash, it could just be 1 week. Barner's got to be close with that.
Can't be 1 week. Can't be one bet.
550. That's
put him in the same. Put him in the same category as Quinny P.
That's
and Camilla Cardoso. Are you out of your mind?
6.5 units. That's 6.5 units, is it not?
One time.
But it's a 6.5 unit cash. He caught the yards and he caught a touchdown. I think we should appreciate what Barner did a little bit more. Oh, Jeff Freeland, thank you.
This isn't about a pinch hit home run. It's about delivering every at bat.
Or the home run was in Game 7 of the World Series. That's kind of how it is. Plus 550. I think we should plus 550. It's a great cash. It's a great cash. All right. Well, AJ Barner's a dog. I'm not going to sit here and take any slander, and he's working his way. I can already see it now.
Have the conversation. You love him so much, ride him. Quinny P is in this.
Ride him in the matchups I like. Here, though, we're going with another tight end. I like playing tight end props a lot because I think you can find value against certain defenses, and Pittsburgh is one of those. Henry last week for New England, 90 yards receiving. And I get it. That offense is weird. The options they have are weird. Stephon Diggs isn't what he used to be. So Drake May is going to rely on the tight end. Carson Wentz will too. I told you guys this as soon as he took over. First off, it was the best option for the team, but it was also the best option for receiving weapons like Hockenson, like Jefferson, like everybody else. I just think that those guys need a better quarterback. McCarthy is roll out to his right and check it wherever. He throws into the ground a lot. Hockenson dominates the middle of the field, will make plays against the Steelers defense. And I talked about it. Barner and Arroyo combined for 50-plus receiving yards when they matched up with them. In week 1, Mason Taylor was in his first game, so I wasn't really looking at that tight end matchup as much. But I do think Hockenson can catch 3 or 4 passes, and we know he can break a few tackles. He's not the fastest, but he can break a few tackles. 36.5 is too low for me. I'm playing it.
I'm in that game as well. Why are we giving you picks in that game now? Because it kicks off at 9:30, and we won't be on until noon tomorrow. I like Jordan Mason long rush over 16.5 yards. It's a good offensive line. I don't think Pittsburgh's a very good defensive line. He's got a rush of 16 yards or more in 4 of his last 5 games. The Steelers have allowed 14 rushes already this season of 10 yards or more, 3rd most in the NFL. In their last 9 games, the Steelers have allowed 6 rushes of 18 yards or more, 7 rushes of 15 yards or more. Those games tend to be under. The early kickoffs is the first one in Dublin, but obviously they've been playing in Germany and London for years. I think O'Connell feels good about where this guy is. There's no Aaron Jones to worry about vulturing him. I think he's pretty much an every down back for them, and he can run with power. And I like when he does, aim on an outside zone, 1 cut, boom, plant and go. The turf there might be a little soddy, a little slower than we'd like, but I still like him. I actually think he's going to have a run to 20 yards or more in this game. 4th and short, Ben.
Yeah. By the way, Leeds is up 2-1 in the 77th minute. And I know I would blame it either on you or the IT department at John. I would blame it on you or the IT department at John Carroll. I think I'm still pretty bummed you didn't reach out to him. I thought it was a perfect opportunity.
I appreciate your input, but actually right now some idiot around me is smoking, so that's got me distracted now.
Yeah, and look at that.
It's
the IT department should have
smoking it.
Should have went into the computer lab downstairs at John Carroll. It would have.
This is more ambiance. Now we got Tom Petty. Wouldn't have been my first choice Tom Petty song either, but what are you gonna do? They're not taking requests as far as I know.
Yeah, well, you should tell them that WannaBet's live, so that should change things there. But whatever. We're gonna go with Southern Miss first half -2.5. I just broke down every reason I like them in this game. I was gonna play money line. We're looking at that in a certain way, and it's -146. I just decided, forget the juice. I think they're winning by 3 or more at halftime. I talked about it. Everybody loved Jacksonville State last year. You move up, you upset these teams, you're a fun story. So all of a sudden, we're going to see a lot of people coming into the next season betting on them, and their defense has been awful. There's no way around it. Southern Miss, they haven't been great, statistically. They're disciplined. They play good football, and they have a lot of guys who are used to playing with each other. I like them. They're at home here, and they've been good in the first half. Even in the Mississippi State loss, they were right in that game at halftime, right around actually taking the lead right before the end of the half. And then last week against Louisiana Tech, you got to bounce back here. They lost pretty badly against Louisiana Tech. First half was tight, though. So I do think they bounce back here with Coach Huff and cover the 2.5 in the first half.
Interesting. You know who's got a way better chance of going in the IA Hall of Fame than One Trick Pony Barner? Jake Irvin.
Two trick.
We love fading Jake Irvin, and while we have backed off baseball bets, I couldn't resist this one. First 3 over in the Pale Hose Nats game. Jake Irvin at home since May 1st, Beltway Ben, in the first 3 innings of games, has a 6.90 ERA. That is 11th worst in the major leagues. Since May the 1st, when pitching at home in the first 3 innings of games, the league slash line against Jake Irvin, 295, 368, so close, 533. That's a 900 OPS. We like Sean Burke. He a Terp. Sean Burke's got a 5.73 ERA in the first inning for the season. 15 earned runs in 29 first innings. Sean Burke on the road, first 3 innings, has an ERA of 4.8. The league getting on base 34% of the time against him with a slug just under 450. In 11 road starts, Beltway Ben, Sean Burke has allowed 6 home runs in the first 3 innings of ball games. 2 teams with nothing to play for. It got batshit crazy between them yesterday. Let's let it happen again. Jake Irvin and Andrew Abbott have far better IA Hall of Fame credentials than Barner. I'm just putting it out there. Overtime. Return of the Mac. Hopefully this game starts soon.
This is a good one.
Music's going.
No. Return of the Mac's a good one. I like Return of the Mac. Good, very good song. The comments are awesome today. They're just making me laugh. Today's comments they're pretty incredible. Somebody said, you got to read this one. This one's good. JLC
I can barely
I'll read it to you. JLC needs to light up a Blizzy to some. Can you read this one? JLC needs to light up a Blizzy to some Tom Petty while he enjoys the Brewers World Series run.
It's a good call. Can't wait to bet some Brewers odds. I can't wait for these fake baseball games to end so we find out who's playing who.
Dude, it needs to go. I'm really sick of this. It's awful. But here we go. I got a little parlay here. Plus 118. Cincinnati versus Kansas over 44.5. Again, these are all alternate numbers here. Auburn plus 17.5. I think Auburn can win today. I think they're very, very possible to win today against A&M. Boise State on the money line. I don't see App State causing any issues there at home. And then Alabama, I already broke them down plus 10.5. Again, what does Jason always say? I'm not going to say it. F alternate lines. Cincinnati
corporate line there. No, believe in alternate corporate lines. F corporate.
No, yes, sorry. I said all lines, corporate lines. F alternate or corporate lines. Yes, right. We play alternate lines all the time here. A lot in parlays, and this is how I've done it. A bunch with college football because I think you can really, really take things off here. Alabama, if they lose by 10, I'd be shocked. Auburn, I think they're a live dog. And then Cincinnati, Kansas, we take that down to 44.5, which is the lowest I could get it on DraftKings. And we're playing that there, plus 118.
I like it, Beltway Ben. Little interception prop for me. We talked a little bit about this Giants game. Jackson Dart, I think he's running into a buzzsaw with the Chargers defense. That is the best first half road defense in the NFL since the start of last season. They were putting it around minus 160 for Dart himself to throw a pick. He's got some frat boy in him. He's going to try to do a little bit too much. All the bullshit from the preseason went to his head. We just need one pick here from a Jesse Minter defense that's going to throw some stuff. Was somebody put something in the chat? Is that where you're laughing?
I like that. He's got a little frat boy in him. That's good.
I'm a lot of frat boy. Got a lot of frat.
Good. I like that a lot.
Trust me, that's what people in that organization were telling me this summer. Like, got a little more frat boy on than we would like. Dable, he loves that shit. We're not so sure. So I just need him to throw one pick. Again, we'll get more into that matchup tomorrow. That Giants game is going to feature in 4th and short tomorrow. So I'm not going to belabor the point here and the game's starting and the music's over. And then give me Trevor Lawrence to throw a pick. He's only done it in 6 straight games. He's only done it in 9 of his last 11 games. It's clear he and Liam Cohen are not really on the same page. Brian Thomas, you can't trust him. Travis Hunter should be playing all defense, really, probably, and not much offense. And I think Salah's going to have to scheme up some coverage looks because he's down his best pass rusher. And again, Trevor Lawrence is not a good quarterback, and Trevor Lawrence throws a lot of 50-50 balls. Beltway Ben, True Media has Trevor Lawrence in the bottom 10 and the bottom 6 in the league in turnover worthy throws. So that's where we are. That's a pretty good payday, I think, and we've hit some of these interception props before. You want to add a third leg? I'd add Joe Flacco. If I was looking for a third leg, I'd add Joe Flacco. And you want to add a fourth leg? You want to get freaky with it and take it into Monday night? My man Browning.
Freaky.
My man Brown. You want to get freaky? Freaky 4-leg? Add Flacco and Browning for a freaky 4-leg.
This is a good show.
Maybe we'll get freaky 4-legs in the Hall of Fame, Ben.
I don't like that you shot down Barner. That makes me mad. Dude, Cash
Shoot it down. I mean, come on. Put a poll up.
6.5
Put
units.
a poll up. Bro,
6.5
you're comparing him to immortals. You're comparing him to people who've had 4-month-long runs.
As much as I love Cardosa, I think he might be up more units than she was. 6.5 units on one.
Then you need, if you want to start the campaign, then you've got to do like they do in the NFL when they stand up and they stump for these guys to get in. You might need to make a Barner cutout. Maybe you interact with it sometimes. Maybe you sick the Barner on a stick on me. You got to make him more part of the fabric of the show.
I agree. Yeah. It's also, but it's tough for me, like voting people into Hall of Fames and into certain awards and stuff. It's hard to sleep at night when you have to do that. So I don't know. It's
Take years off your life. Years off your life. Beltway Ben, looks like I'm going to lose that Cherries bet, huh? Beltway Ben, let the people know how we did yesterday. Thank you, sir. I will be back in the basement tomorrow. Beltway Ben will be crushing bets from all over the place. Super Discord, every play we make in real time. Tomorrow at noon, Sundays, we're pretty much locked in there. At noon, we'll get you set up for kickoff. It'll be basically pretty much an all NFL show. You want to bet? We want to bet. I like sitting in the car in the parking lot. You probably do too. We will bet with you tomorrow.